Majestic Portland, the curling capital of Northwest Oregon. This is the Evergreen Curling Club Game of the Week. Hi, my name is Sarah Maywalt, and welcome to the Evergreen Curling Club Game of the Week. The weekly show where we bring you the very best of Portland club curling. Now this week's matchup is between Team Schmaltz and Team Smoltz. It is the epic matchup of the Follically Challenged, with two names that are unbelievably close to each other, but we're going to do our best today. Now you're going to notice something about the game. We abbreviated the first 10 shots in order to get it down to a more manageable 45 minutes to an hour. Now if you want to see the entire game, we will have that on YouTube in a different playlist, and you're more than welcome to, check that out. There just won't be any commentary or anything like that. So without further ado, let's get to the action. And we start the game with the traditional shaking of hands and hugs. Something that we like to call the spirit of curling. And the spirit of curling is just all about good sportsmanship and fair play, but I like to think of the spirit of curling as a ghost that haunts every curling club, that demands the participants play nice, or else horrible demon things will happen. So here are the first 5 rocks for each team, and honestly, it's starting to look like they just want a blank end at first. Now these rocks, you'll notice that the scoreboard I have is yellow and red, but these are green and red, and there's a reason for that, but let me comment on this for a second. So once the seconds start throwing, green puts up a corner guard, and it looks like they start to push for a score. Green has the hammer in this end. So this is, they're so close there. And I mean, you think that's a bad shot, and I mean, it wasn't what they were intending to do, but they just made the guard that much better there. So I think they're pretty happy with it. Now here's the final 3 rocks of the first end for each team. Now right now, we're looking at Team Schmaltz throwing, and this is the vice of Team Schmaltz, Dave Milne. And we call him Scottish Dave, and that's because he's from Italy. With a Scottish accent, it's crazy. No, he's actually Scottish. As far as I know, he's called Scottish Dave because he's the only actual from Scotland Scottish person in our club. And there's a ton of Daves. Okay, it looks like he's called them on. He's called them on instant, getting him to sweep hard. He's trying to get it around that guard. He's trying to get it around the guard. These rocks move pretty good. Oh, that's a great shot. That is a beautiful shot right there. That is a beautiful shot. You're not getting at that. So they're trying to... So Team Smoltz is about to throw, and it looks like they're going to go for a takeout of their own guard, try to get at that red rock. Now, Team Smoltz is... Team Smoltz has the hammer here. Their vice is Cory Fiendell, and you can see just an amazing amount of flexibility there. Some really great curlers in our competitive leagues. Oh, and he got the guard, but I think they were hoping to double up that Team Schmaltz rock there, but they almost hit their own out for a double. So while Team Schmaltz is talking strategy here, let me talk about the rocks a little bit. The rocks in the center. The rocks on the center sheet are different than the ones on the outside sheet because these are actual K's of Scotland rocks. We've ordered all new rocks. They're not going to come in till after the first of the year. But we have a set of loner rocks, and we put them on lane B. So our old rocks are on the outside sheets, and the brand new, I don't know if they're Olympic spec rocks, but they are, you know, high quality rocks from the company that makes all the Olympic rocks. Now this is Alan Schmaltz. He is the skip of Team Schmaltz, and both teams, you know, they go with the Jean-Luc Picard look. They're not doing the William Shatner look for their team leaders, and I personally enjoy that. Patrick Stewart is a very attractive man. So we're gonna, I believe he's trying to draw in. No, I'm sorry. They're trying to set up a guard to protect that, their shot rock there. Well, that's a nice shot, but he put it a little close. I mean, the double's open there. So next is Team Smoltz. Let me go over the entire team here. The lead is Patton Echols. The second is Jimmy Sattem. The vice is Cory Fiendell, and the skip is Jim Smoltz. Again, they go for the Patrick Stewart look as opposed to the William Shatner look, and I really appreciate that. They don't even wear hats. They're very, very used to the cold. I mean, you take a look at this. Look at how low he gets. That is absolutely amazing. I mean, I try my best to get down low, but nothing even comes close to looking at it. Oh, just missed the double there. I mean, they moved the red rock out, but they know they were hoping to kick it away. So Team Schmaltz still sits shot, and there's only one rock left to go in the end. I mean, it's really looking like they're at least going to force here. And if you're new to curling, the team that has the hammer has last rock in an end, and they have a significant advantage because more than likely they can score one. And so a team that doesn't have the hammer is looking to force them to take only one so that they can get the hammer with the least amount of damage. If there's no score at all, the hammer just stays with the team that had it originally. That's not my rule. That's the rule of the International Curling Federation. It's very smooth. Very smooth delivery. Not the newborn gazelle look that I give to the delivery. Oh, they are on it hard. It's just amazing how much stamina these front end curlers have. That is a beautiful shot. I know I think they were really trying to get it in behind there a little better, but still they're gonna force Team Smoltz. They're gonna force Team Smoltz to take one here, at the very least. So let's go over Team Schmaltz's team really quick here. Lead is Don Mattos. Second is Bill Standeven, but today substituting for him is Jason Yamamoto. The vice is Scottish Dave Milne, and the skip is Alan Schmaltz. And here's Jim Smoltz with the final rock of the end. Look at how he just sort of like crawls. He's like a Spider-Man. They're pretty confident with the rock. No one's really sweeping it. They're looking for the curl, and that's one green. So at the end of one, it is 1-0. Team Smoltz over Team Schmaltz. And the hammer goes to Schmaltz, and we start end two. And again, here's the first 5 of the second end. Yellow or green or whatever you want to call it starts with a center guard, The red rock pushes it in. They just get the second rock over the line, so it does count, but it's pretty far out there. It's pretty easy to curl around a rock as far as that second one. But those two in the center are not too bad. That is a great takeout. There was not much room there. And first game of the year, you know, the draw weight, you're still taking some time for the draw weight. And with these new rocks, these rocks that our club really hasn't had before, there are a few more mistakes than you'd normally find. It's sort of a combination of the first game of the year and the new rocks. But that is a nice freeze there for Team Schmaltz. Okay, so now we have Cory Fiendell, and he's going to take the sixth rock for Team Smoltz. Now, it looks like he's going to try to draw it in. Let's see what happens here. Now, I guess they were happy just to push their rock in a little bit, but I have a feeling that that wasn't the main goal. Man, I love the pants of curling. Can I just say that? I don't know where you find the fancy pants. And the problem is, the ladies don't like the fancy pants, so it's hard to find it. Well, I mean, and I'm like 5'14", so I can't wear them anyway. But I have fancy pants envy. I have to tell you. Okay, he's looking to kick out. Is he looking to kick out his own rock? I don't really know what the strategy is here. I mean, I understand you want to try to kick open a portal here, but well, that is he's put a lot of weight on it, and I mean they're going to try to keep it. These K's of Scotland rock, they move a lot more than our regular club rocks, and I mean he's got it. He hit his rock away, but I don't really understand why that was a good shot here, because, you know, keeping more of your rocks in play give you more, you know, you could have eventually pushed that back. So Jim Smoltz going back for his first rock. Skip's first rock. And if you're new to curling, if you're just tuning in and watching curling and you don't know too much about it, we're gonna put some links into how the scoring works and how the game works in the YouTube description. So if you're watching it on YouTube, just go down there. If you're not, go to the Evergreen Curling Club YouTube page, find this video, and it'll be there. He's trying to go through that portal too. I mean, that's the place to be. Oh my. Look at that. That's the problem when you have a hole that small you want to go through. It's the weight. You have to throw a certain weight to get it through, and sometimes that's not the weight you want to throw. I mean, that green rock out front is actually playing a little bit of a roll here, an outsized roll for a guard that far back, because you just can't do the in-turn and stop it on a dime behind those two green. So here's Alan Schmaltz back for the first of his two rocks. And I'd like to thank Scott Klinkhammer while I'm just talking here, because he helped me set up all of the cameras so that I could actually take it and edit it and bring this to you. Got some more fancy pants there on C. Okay, so they took out the green rock there, and they left the center open. It's clear. Jim Smoltz. He had his mind made up the moment that rock moved. Now this is our Tuesday night league. Our Tuesday night league is our highly competitive league. So these are the best teams that we have. There are no novices in this league. I think he's trying to bring it back to that red rock. He's got plenty of room now, but it looks like he's a bit heavy again. Just behind that, and now that red rock. It's going to be really. You'd have to make a colossal blunder to knock that red rock out right now. This is the final rock of the end. And a draw for 2. Okay, they like it so far. It's tough to tell because we have sort of missed a little the middle there, but it didn't sound like... Okay, so are they on it? Are they on it? Oh, how unlucky. That just barely carried past the green. And so at the end of 2, it is Team Smoltz 1, Team Schmaltz 1. And we'll be back after this. And we're back. We actually have no commercial sponsors. I just enjoyed doing that. So, first 5 of the third end. And we are well into this game, and so there's not a whole lot of just sort of random takeouts in the beginning. Oh, that's beautiful right there. That is a beautiful shot by Patton Echols there. That freeze was really nice. Well, it's not quite a freeze, but... Red's got a lot of play here. God, that is my favorite sound. Pock, pock. Ooh, ooh, oh. Pass them by, just like strangers in the night. It's a bit cliche, but it's still nice. I'm not gonna hum the song or anything, because I don't want to have to pay $1 million to Frank Sinatra's estate. Even though the song's like 1 million years old, you still have to do that. Looks like they're trying to take out the green on the left there and roll to the center. And here's Scottish Dave. Okay, they're really going. Now, you have no idea how hard I've been working out in order to, just sweep. Oh, that moved a lot more than they thought it was. They should have given him more ice, but like I said, these new rocks are, they just play so differently. They're smoother, they curl more, they're really amazing. And here's Cory Fiendell for Team Smoltz with their 6th rock. This is going to be a draw to the right-hand corner there. Now, another thing you'll notice if you're used to watching like Olympic curling or or like the Briar in Canada or something like that, that the brooms that these teams are using are a little bit different. You'll see pads that are all sorts of different colors and things like that. In international competition or even national competition or professional competition, as long as it's sanctioned by the WCF, you have to use a certain type of pad and a certain type of broom. There's only one type of pad that's allowed, and it is yellow, and it is a special kind of nylon. But for club play, a lot of the older pads are still able to be used. I've seen some people use even hair brushes, which are completely, you know, you can use them to slide out, but you can't actually sweep with them anymore, because people got way too good at sweeping. So they had to put the kibosh on that. Oh, there. Okay. Well, we got a pretty straight up takeout. I think they were hoping for a double, but I mean, honestly, not the best of outcomes here. I mean, with a pretty simple shot, they're sitting 2 with only 2 stones left. It's really right now for Team Smoltz. It's really looking hard to. It's really hard to see how they're going to leave this end with any less than 2. But as with all sports, strange things can happen. You can see in the back there, this was the Evergreen Curling Club hosted the 2017 Women's Senior U.S. Championships. And that's pretty amazing. Our club has only had dedicated ice since. Oh my God! What a great shot there! Oh, he gets the double. I mean, the red stays in the back there, but that is the worst. That's the as Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys would say, that's the worst case Ontario right there. Yeah, I mean, right now they have green is sitting 3 right now, and the question is, you have 1 rock left. What is the best way to keep them from getting 4 here? That is their goal right now. Dave Milne and Alan Schwartz are taking a little extra time, and they're trying to figure out how to keep Jim Smoltz from 4 here. Now again, in Olympic competition, international competition, there is a clock. Now there's no clock here, but you know, it's bad form to take too much time making decisions. But I mean, in a situation where you have, you know, a touchy shot like this, you're always going to see a little extra time. Now, when I curl, I take a lot of extra time just because I stink at curling and I don't know what I'm doing, which is not the case for these curlers here. I like how he spins the rock. I don't know if that is good for anything. I don't know if that helps. That might even hurt, but it still looks really cool. Okay, they are right on it. I think they're just going to go for a straight takeout here, but oh no, they're going for the double. Oh, and they are wide. Oh, and they couldn't get it over to the... Was he... Oh, he might have been trying for the triple. But as it stands right here, you know, unless he misses, they're coming away with at least 2 here. Unless he misses completely. But at the very least, you know, Alan Schmaltz put the rock in a position where he has to make a shot. And at this point, there's not a ton more he could do. I mean, with a terrific shot, he might have taken out 2. with an astronomical shot, he might have taken out all 3, but right here, this is about as good as he could have counted on. So now this is just try to hit the red rock away and stay around. That's all he's trying to do here. Oh, and he takes out his own rock and he leaves with 2, but 2 is better than 1. And at the end of 3 ends, we have Smoltz with 3, Schmaltz with 1. Schmaltz with the hammer coming up. And now here's N4, the first 5 rocks of each team. Green starts with sort of a center guard. And red comes in behind it. They get behind the T line. I don't know if that was on purpose, if they were trying to open it up after such a good shot burying that red there. Oh wow, look at that rock. It just glides in. Ooh, nice takeout there. Just trying to clear out the middle because Schmaltz has the hammer this time, and I just, you know, when you have the hammer, you want the middle of the ice to be clear just to give you a path to the button in case you absolutely need it at the end. But Team Smoltz is setting up a pretty decent end. Oh, that was a tough one. Okay, now we're in for the final 3 rocks of this end. Cory Fiendell, he's going to try to draw it into the middle, get it about even with the 2 rocks that are already there. Try to take away any sort of hope for a double or a triple. I mean, if luck were to prevail. Oh, those pants are just majestic. They're so plaid. Yet so blue. Oh, this one's a little short, it looks. But they're really trying to drag it in there. They are trying to drag it in there. Not quite. Wow, but you see they let off it and it still had some go to it. They might have been able to get it in there. They might have been able to get it to bite the house there. And Scottish Dave. These cameras really are fantastic. And that's the reason why I brought this idea up, because we have these such amazing cameras, and if you look on our YouTube page, you'll see we have streams of all these leagues. Oh, he just missed. Oh man. These new rocks, they curl so much more than our old rocks. And once it gets outside of the lines there in the middle, it just starts curling a heck of a lot more, slowing down. But yes, the old streams, they would just put all 8 of our cameras in like one sort of like Brady Bunch stream, and they still do that, but it's very difficult for anybody who's not in that league to know what the heck is going on. And as you can see, this is should be by the B in the bottom of your screen. Gonna have to cover that up for future versions. Okay, they're sweeping, but they're not sweeping like their lives depend on it. Well, Team Smoltz does not have the hammer, but they are looking really good here with 3 rocks in the house to 0 red. There's not even a red in play right now. And there are 5 green in play. I mean, the best that can happen, obviously, for Team Schmaltz right now is 2. because that's all the rocks they got left. This is definitely not where you want to be with 2 shots left and the hammer. I mean, with a couple of well-placed shots, they could pull together too. But they can't leave any opening. Jim Smoltz and his team is just playing too well. They can't leave an opening here. I'm going to tell you, the thing about curling that I thought I would like the most before I started was the yelling. I enjoy yelling. I like yelling an awful lot. I like speaking, I like yelling. But I'll tell you, once you get your own shoes, and once you stop falling all the time, that's sliding up and down the ice. Oh my God, it makes you feel like a superhero. And it's also the reason I wear a helmet, because I know I'm going to hurt myself. Because I slide so quickly. Well, this one looks really light here. They need... Oh, wow. They're just saving their energy now. Okay, one more rock for Team Smoltz here. And he looks like he's just going to try to draw it. Maybe try to draw it into the forefoot. I didn't see exactly where they patted it. Sometimes hard to tell when the skips are throwing, because they don't have to tell the person on the other end. They are the person on the other end. Here's the whoosh. Oh my. And that is so amazing. There's not a day in my life that I had flexibility like that. Like a newborn baby. Yeah, I guess he's just trying to get it in there in the middle. Trying to make life a little bit more difficult. Whoa, oh my God, he almost got it. He almost squoze it right between the two. I think that's what he was trying to do, but man, that's a hard shot. He has a lot of confidence with these new rocks. And now it's a pretty straightforward shot here. It's not easy. Well, what is he looking for? He thought he was going to go for the straight draw to the button, but now it looks like he's looking to see if he can take out that inside rock there and leave his shot. I mean, if he can do it, that's probably a higher percentage shot, especially with how the ice is playing today. But really, it seems awfully... It just doesn't seem like he's going to get close enough. Yeah, that's the part. Look at that. And then you stop. I used to try to roller skate, and never once was I able to stop correctly. I'd always have to run into a wall to stop, and that's pretty embarrassing. But for some reason, these curling shoes, I'm getting the hang of it. The last time I went ice skating, I've only been ice skating 3 or 4 times, I was in an ambulance. It's probably why I wear the helmet too. Okay, so they're on target to hit it, but they did not want to glide away there like that. And wow. It looks like Smoltz here stole 3. That is an epic That was an epic thievery there, and while the spirit of curling loves good sportsmanship, it also likes a good theft. A theft of 3. And here's the first 5 of the 5th end. So we have, right now, Team Smoltz at 6 and Team Schmaltz at 1. Team Schmaltz will keep the hammer as Team Smoltz did score in the 4th end. Right now, Team Smoltz is content to just knock Reds out because they have a pretty commanding lead. The game is 8 ends in our competitive league, and there is no time limit as far as when the league has to end, so they could even go into extra, although it is, you know, relatively rare. Wow, Team Smoltz is just putting, all they're doing is putting rocks in the house, and that's just going to make life difficult for Team Schmaltz. So here we go. We have Team Smoltz's 6th rock here. Look at Cory Fiendell taking the shot. He's just trying to kick it out. I think he's happy just to hit it on the nose here. Maybe roll in a little, but you don't want to get it too close to the other one. That gives that would give Schmaltz a chance. Yeah, that. Nice catch there. Way to go, Jim. That's like catching a foul ball with your bare hand right there. That is a 42-pound rock. 42 pounds of granite. He just snags it like a catcher. And we got Scottish Dave here. Dave Milne. The vice of Team Schmaltz. Yeah, he's that looks a little heavy. I mean, maybe he'll take out the green rock back there, and that wouldn't be too bad. Well, pushed it back, and now he's got backing there. So that's not the worst shot. That's not the worst shot. Sitting shot rock has some backing there. I mean, considering where they were a couple rocks ago, this is not too bad. Capitalized on the Cory Fiendell miss there. And it wasn't a complete miss, but that's certainly what it wasn't what he was going for. And here's Jim Smoltz for his first rock. Oh, see, that's exactly why having that backing was so important. They're going to try to draw it in, make it difficult for a double. Draw it into like the 8-foot. Make it difficult for a double. Up, and they're talking about other plans here. I mean, he's got a point. You know, if they put it out there, if they put it out there and they stop it out there, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be much more difficult to get a double than if it's sort of straight back. But you have to be really confident in your draw weight at this point. And I'm not so sure that this week is the week for a draw like that, but we'll see here. I mean, these are the people who know what they're doing. So I'm just, I don't get to play on Tuesday. I play on like Sunday, and even then, I'm lucky they tolerate me flopping around like a beached whale. Oh, that's coming in hot. That's coming in hot. I don't think it's gonna stay in. I mean, they're letting it go, but it's not good. Oh, come on. Oh. And so Team Schmaltz does have the hammer here, but with a well-placed shot here, Team Smoltz is looking at, just giving back 1 or 2, and they'd certainly be happy with that here in the 5th. I mean, they scored, having 6 points. Having 6 points after 4 in a 6-end game is a pretty good place to be. 6 to 1 after 4 is a pretty good place to be, and if they're 6 to 2 or 6 to 3 after 5 with the hammer, they are not going to be upset. And pretty simple takeout here, and a little bit more roll than they wanted to, but it's still sit shot. So Allen's going to have to make this shot. I mean, he takes this shot out, it's 2. Well, if he noses it, if he keeps it in play, it's 2. All he has to do is keep it in the rings, and he has 2 if he knocks the green out. But it's not the simple shot. Not this week. 4 or 5 weeks down the road, they're probably all going to have, this is all going to be automatic here. Trying to make sure it doesn't curl. They're trying to keep it from curling. That looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. That's a nice shot. That's a very nice shot. Right where he wanted it. Good sweeping. Good shot. And after 5, it's Team Smoltz with 6 and Team Schmaltz with 3. So Team Schmaltz has got to start thinking about, playing very aggressively here. Oh, that didn't make it over the hog line. It's that first rock was removed from play because it didn't make it far enough. Oh my. Or Dan. Or Don. I can't even read my notes. Sorry, Don. I'm new to the club, so I'm probably making a bunch of enemies here as I speak. I apologize to any names I mispronounce or get wrong because of my bad handwriting. If you're watching this game, Don, know that I'll buy you a drink. I'll buy you a drink. Ooh. Ooh. I just look... When I see that, when I see that when I'm playing, I always go, just a bit outside. Aim of the corner ball, too. Major League, it was a good movie. It's a good movie. It's not about curling. It's not about Major League curling, but I think it rings true. They're going to try to kick them both out? Yeah, just get rocks out of play, but right now they need rocks in play. They need their own rocks in play, and Team Smoltz right now. Schmaltz. See, I knew I was going to do that. Team Smoltz right now is really has the upper hand. They have all the rocks in the house, and they're up by 3 with the hammer. Ah, it's got a curl. That's got a curl. Oh, man. That's tough. Fourth time's the charm. I don't know which team said that, but I like their confidence. Twelfth time's the charm. We're gonna get it sometime, guys. Let's do it. You know, there's nothing better than when you're playing the front end, either the lead or the second, to have a rock that just has enough juice, and then you don't have to run down and, oh, that wasn't quite. You know, I guess they would have rather swept that. They would have rather have it be where they wanted it and had to sweep it. But for me, anyway, it's every once in a while having a nice break on a rock is pretty nice. This is why I'm not going to the Olympics. Have to get my inhaler approved. I'm sweeping. Yeah, another one of the members was trying to get Scottish Dave to commentate with me, and we're hoping to get somebody in the booth with me to do this, but they thought having somebody with a Scottish accent would make it sound more legitimate. And I think I just gotta learn how to do a Canadian accent, eh? You know, if I can do a Canadian accent, eh, then that'll be pretty legitimate, eh? Just say a lot. And you say a boat instead of about. It wasn't a horrible shot, but they were really hoping to kick both of them out. And right now, I mean, Smoltz has the hammer. He has 2 rocks left, and he has the only 2 rocks in play. I mean, there's not a... I mean, he could throw it through. He could just throw it through the middle and not pick up anything, and he's still in a great position. Not do anything with this rock, just throw it away. But obviously he's not going to do that, but it's starting to look really tough to see how they don't prevail here. In fact, in this case, those 2 rocks are in such a good place. He's probably a little bit, wondering, where exactly he wants to put the next rock. I guess that rock stays in play. And I think if that rock were to, if they were to try to take out that second rock at the back there, and it were to get caught on that, the rock on the back line, it might still be biting. But, honestly, here, it looks like Team Smoltz is going to come away with at least 2 here. And then Schmaltz is going to be down 5 with 2 to go, and it's hard to see where they go from there. This final rock for Team Schmaltz. Oh, that's got a curl. That has to curl. That is wide right. Oh, that is so tough right there. And now a draw for 3 for Team Smoltz. You can actually see the scoreboard there at the back. But if you haven't played in a club, you're probably not going to know what exactly is going on that scoreboard. And I'm hoping to make a video, just sort of showing you exactly what happens there, so you too can understand how much yellow is winning by on sheet A. Man, yellow's killing it on sheet A. Yep, all you got to do is get it in. Bite of the house is 3, and it's 9-3. I have a feeling the game will end if we see that. Up, and there we go. Well, they're not kicking the rocks away so quickly. Conversation. Yep, and Team Schmaltz has conceded. Team Smoltz wins 9-3 in 6 ends. It's really great curling. I mean, it was just tough. It's just these new rocks, they act so much differently, and the new ice surface. We have deionized water this year, and it's the first year we've done it that way the whole year. And so everything's a little bit different. And so that's it for this week. We're going to leave you here with with my favorite tradition here, actually, is the winning team cleaning up the ice after they play. Thank you all for watching. For me, for everybody here at Evergreen Curling Club. So we hope to see you here next week, and until then, good night and good curling.